I think the main thing is to improve, to get better. There was plenty of stuff obviously that we were happy with last week, but there was probably more that we weren't happy with.
For example?
Discipline certainly, penalties given away that we had Romania under pressure at times that we let them out easily with some quite silly discipline. I think some of our accuracy wasn't where it could have been at times. Some fairly basic errors from ourselves that we would have expected much higher standards from. Set piece wise, I think some of the moments that we got into their 22 that are particular line didn't function. So as I said, we've plenty of areas to improve on this week.
And he said Japan wasn't brought up. The match in Japan, the second match in Japan 4 years ago. I don't know, in hindsight, can you say there was an element of taking your eye off the ball, but was that focused or was that brought up at all this week?
No, look, it hasn't been referenced. We were all there and certainly hurt, but look, I think this is a different animal, different team, and I think our preparation certainly this week for Tonga has been excellent. So I think we're in a great position for the game.
Guys, hands up please. Thank you, Peter.
Peter, is this the fittest you've ever been in your career?
To be honest, I missed windows of the pre-season with different injuries, but I certainly feel good. We've done a lot of training in heat and tough conditions, and our pitch sessions. Everywhere we've gone, I said this last week, Portugal, Biarritz, being over here, it's been extremely hot, and we've had a big chunk even back home was quite warm, and I think a lot of that has stood to us definitely fitness wise. It's funny, we haven't done a huge amount of out and out fitness work per se, the kind of old school fitness term of just running. We've done loads and loads of rugby, and I think from a team perspective, I think we're quite rugby fit. I think last week we'll stand for people who played big chunks of that game, who came off the bench, even who trained last week. The guys who put a big week in, it's another big chunk in our fitness bank, and certainly feeling good.
Thanks, James.
Mack, just how excited are you to start your first match at a Rugby World Cup? I imagine it must mean an awful amount to you.
It's an absolute privilege that I didn't know if I'd ever get the opportunity to do so, to have a first start against a good Tongan team it's really exciting. Was lucky enough to come off the bench and get a game there last week, so it kind of settled the nerves as well, which is nice. So I can just really enjoy this week.
And Peter, Johnny's got the opportunity to break Brennan O'Gara's all-time points record this weekend. I know it's difficult to do, but how do you sum up his contribution to Irish rugby?
Jesus, we could be here a while. Obviously an incredibly long career. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, he broke the record for being the oldest Irish player ever to put on a pair of boots in an international rugby match, which we got a good chuckle about last week. Look, he's breaking all the records. He's the standard bearer for Irish rugby and has been for well over a decade now, and I think everything has been said about Johnny. He's an exceptional person and player, and it was probably always coming, that record to be broken, with the amount of rugby that he's played, and how fit he is and how fit he keeps himself in, and the condition he keeps himself in. It was probably always coming down the line, and I'm sure he has bigger goals in the horizon than that one.
Thanks, Frankie.
Yeah, Australian coach, New Zealand players. What would you guys expect from Tonga? What do you imagine?
I think just what every Tongan team is, they're just going to be, they're going to be a nice, big physical team. So we know that they're going to bring that. We had a similar test against Samoa a couple of weeks ago, so we've had a little bit of a run-in, and we know what they can do and we know what they can bring, so we're excited for that. But as I said, it's nice to have that game a couple of weeks, kind of taught us a few lessons, so we just got to take those learnings from the game into this one, and as you can see from the team we're not taking them lightly by any means.
Thanks. Richie then, Sinead.
Mack, how aware were you last week of the kind of rumours doing the rounds that you were the one who misbehaved apparently in big rates? And are you afraid of being typecast in that way?
Did Andy not just answer a question about this second ago?
Dealt with it.
It was dealt with.
He said you can ask Mack yourself as he left the room.
What's that?
He said you can ask Mack yourself as he left the room. So.
Guys, it was
Jesus
clearly it
Christ.
was a rumour and incorrect facts. Like we can't keep on going over. It's not fair to ask Mac that thing. Unless you particularly want to answer.
You know, we had a 5-hour tiff, whatever, and we're fine now, so it's all good.
Okay. Sorry, Sinead.
Yeah, obviously incredibly strong backline as well. Back, you know, will this game as well help create more cohesion and fluency in that back line that wants to come? Obviously, the game within itself obviously wants to come as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a different test from last week altogether. Like they've got a lot of world class players that are playing at a high level and everything as well. So we've had this back line and been lucky enough to play with these guys for a good while now, and I think we've kind of already hit that cohesion sort of you know, months before this as well. It is another test, but you can safely say that, you know, everybody else on this team is well on the same page.
Thanks. Murray, then Rory's for Apple.
Mac, I'm sure there's loads of people from Ireland supporting you. Is there much of a continued up from Australia to follow your venture?
Yeah, a lot of my mates are over at the moment, so it's tough getting Snapchats of them smoking vapes and drinking beers at 12 in the morning while I'm trying to prepare for a game. But no, it's good crack. It's good fun to see, and you know, it'd be good to catch up with them. And I guess it's actually been nice getting that aspect outside of playing and see how much World Cup means to people. People have been playing this for the last 4 years, and to see everybody really enjoy themselves is great. Yeah.
After your shorts off again. Andy seemed to enjoy it.
Look, I'm not the first person to take their shorts off after a game. I don't know. I doubt I'll be the last. I've been told to keep them on this week, so I'll try my hardest. I'll see how I'm feeling.
Rory.
Pete, just a lot of you guys present yourself very seriously at all times, and it's a serious job. I know. What has this guy brought to your squad, your party, the way he's so true to himself and so it seems to enjoy it so much while taking it rugby seriously at the same time?
Well, according to you, he's been no trouble, to be honest. No, look, he's been a breath of fresh air. You know, obviously an incredible character. Good person. You know, we talk about it a lot. You know, the squad that we have and how important that is to fit in, and you know, certainly straight away, you know, he was a top man. As I said, a character, but you know, above it all, he's an incredible athlete and one of the world's best wingers at the moment, which is a great addition to have to the squad. But as I said, you know, the overriding factor is that he's a good person and he's seamlessly fitted into our squad like everyone else is, and you know, he's in great crack, obviously, you know what I mean, and you need characters like that. I think it's the beauty of the game of rugby is, you know, the different characters you get, and you know, we'd be lost without guys like this. You know, tours like this, you know, are made for obviously being incredibly serious, as you said, and you know, obviously our jobs and everything that goes with it. But you know, the crack that fellas like this fella bring make it a great place to be.